People may think surviving 100 days in Minecraft Hardcore is difficult, but they've never even tried to survive a single day in the most difficult game mode Minecraft will ever have to offer. Peaceful. I truthfully don't even know how I got past this challenge, but that doesn't matter. Let's get into the video. Day 1, the final day, begins by loading onto a jungle tree high up in the sky. So, naturally, the only way to get down is to jump, so I do, giving me my first, and only, near-death experience of this challenge. After jumping down, I stumble around on the ground, hoping to find a jungle temple, or at least a place that I could make a house in. After wandering for a minute, I eventually gave up on my pursuit of a temple, so I saw a nice birch forest in the distance that would make for a cool house location. So after swimming there, I started chopping down trees to begin on a nice small house. And while chopping, I located a fairly large lava pool. I just thought this was cool. I also came across an abandoned portal, and after checking inside, I was super disappointed. I was hoping there would be some kind of axe or even a sword. Only a helmet, some flint, a flint and steel, and a block of obsidian, mostly useless items. But after stealing them, I began the construction of my house. I normally don't use birch for building, but I decided that it would be a nice color and there was a lot around. So off to even more chopping to clear the area. Once that finishes, I start on the house. I didn't want to build the house too big, so I decided to only build it in a 7x7 area. And after a few minutes, I completed a rough outline for the house, so the roof was next. Although I don't fully know why, I decided to make the house birch and the roof oak. I don't think it turned out bad, I just don't really know why I decided to make that choice. And after a little bit of adding the roof and finishing the ceiling, I completed the base of the house. After completing it, the sun had already finished setting on the first day, meaning that my time in this world was beginning to end. After finishing, I really didn't know what to do with the remaining time, so I constructed a balcony. And I gotta say, after putting the railing on top of the roof, I think it actually turned out very nicely. But I was missing one thing, lighting. And since I didn't have any coal or even charcoal since I didn't have any cobblestone, I was pretty much forced to use the flint and steel to produce light. After perfecting the roof, I decided a little bit of exterior decorating wouldn't hurt, so I just placed a few saplings near the door. And after doing that, I couldn't figure out what to do, so I sat on the balcony for a little while, before deciding it would be a better use of the final day to actually build something. So I began on a fishing dock. It would be a basic one, but a dock if nothing else. And after finishing it up, daylight was fast approaching, and I couldn't think of anything else to do. So I sat on the newly constructed fishing deck and awaited the end of this very intense and difficult challenge. And after waiting for a few, the sun slowly crept above the horizon, and the day turned to 1, showing the end of the challenge.